and welcome to Module 10. So this week, what we're going to do is pretty much just read. You should by now have a copy of Catalog It by, I think it's just Kaplan now. It used to be Kaplan and Readling, the 2016 version. So read it. There you go. Bye. Okay, so read it. There's plenty of topics for discussion on cataloging. I put in some auxiliary reading if you want. What's so great about the Dewey Decimal System from the Straight Dope, which was written for, non-librarians. It explains why Dewey is important. And then we've got a library that doesn't do Dewey, a New York Times article from 2007 when people started doing sort of the bookstore version of organization. And then there's one from School Library Journal where librarians weigh in on the very Dewey-less library that was mentioned in the first one. So those three, if you want to take a look at those can give you something to discuss in addition to Kaplan. And your blog should be your take on cataloging. If you want to make it a cry for help, that's fine. I also put a link for a Google Doc. Some people have asked me about if they could look at other people's assignments, and I don't really, since when you did the assignments, I didn't say that they would be viewed by other students, so I don't feel comfortable myself choosing your work to put up and make public to the group. The document is open to anyone who has the link, so you have the link right here. But if there's something that you're really proud of, or something that I said really nice things about, or something that you think just might be of use to another student, feel free to put something up there, put a link to your blog, however much of your information that you are willing to share, please put it up there. Choose at least one thing to put up, and you can put up everything if you want. I mean, some of your work is really spectacular. All right, so I think I don't have much to tell you about the cataloging. The gist of what I've written below, which you should probably read, is that you may never need the information in this book. But because for the most part, most people nowadays, at least I know I do, I wait till someone else writes cataloging and then I extract their cataloging and put it in my system. Depending on what OPAC you have, it can extract. I use Koha, and it uses several different, Library of Congress and several other libraries, and I can just use a search and import those records. You can buy records when you purchase through Follett. They have excellent records that you can use, but you should know what the pieces are, know how to put together a MARC record. You should know how to build Dewey numbers. A lot of it, it gets easier the more that you do it, certainly. But Kaplan does a really nice job of looking at it from a school perspective, and she has some more updated aspects, metadata, and things like that you may or may not be using. So just read it. There are some, if you've not done any cataloging before, there are some exercises that you can do. And I would just, go in and see if you can, just to see, to make sure that it's making sense for you. If you have any questions for me, you can email me. And make sure this week that you touch base with your partner for next week, because next week you're working together and you'll want to get that set and ready to go. So, hope you have a great week, and I will see you on the discussion boards. Bye.